Alright. Oh, bubbles in the nose. Hey guys, it's Lindsay, also known as By Me Fox, back with you again. If you've been to my channel before, thank you so much for coming back. I really do appreciate any and all support that you guys give me. If you haven't been here before, I'm a pretty random person. I draw random things and encourage you to draw along with me. Today is one of my new favorite segments. This is only the third time I've done it, but I originally had said it wasn't going to be all alcoholic drinks, but it's not looking good, guys. It's not looking good. Today is, of course, drinking and drawing, as you've seen from the title, where I take a beverage that I have randomly purchased at the store, and, well, specifically with the purpose of doing this video, and I do a character design around the beverage. Sometimes I'll include the, taste. Sometimes I'll just do bottle label design stuff. Most of these are purchased because of the label design, and are, that's what inspired me. What made me want to try them. I am noticing purchasing because of label design is resulting in some really, really sweet alcohol, which is not my thing. So I may need to reassess and go back in and look for some tartar alcohols to keep myself happy. Today I'm doing another cider. I know that was really silly because I did a cider last week. This one is another one with a little critter on it. I know that's so cheesy, but I can't help it. They're so cute. So this guy is the one we're gonna do today. He has a hat, which is just silly, but I love it. So of course little dude was a deciding factor in the purchase, but the more important part is the horrible pun. It's a chider. I know that's so dumb, but it made me happy, so that's what we did. Anyways, let's try this. I did actually come freaking prepared. Wait, that's the magnet side. Prepared, in case it's not a screw top this time, because that was really funny the first time. It's not a screw top. Dang it. Apparently, real alcohol doesn't come with screw tops. I don't trust drinking things until I've smelled them, which is why I don't drink out of a bottle, by the way. That's pretty good cider. That's really funny. Got a little chai flavor to it. It's kind of nice. I did my entire freaking sketch without recording it because I am as professional as they come, dang it. So yeah. Also, why do I keep dropping my head into the freaking screen? What's happening? What's happening? So I start off with me doing the micron, the outline. I prefer the plastic nib to microns personally. Some of the other ones just are way too thin. I do really like the brush one, but for this I was keeping the line a little thinner, so I didn't want to do the bigger brush nib, although it does give you a lot of options. I also drank way too much coffee and shouldn't have been doing outlines, but I did, so whatever. So about the design of this chica, I decided I wanted to do watercolor because if you look on the label, there's a tiny bit of this really bright green, which I have in a perfect watercolor, and for whatever reason that made me be like, I need to do it in watercolor. It's the best idea ever. And then I realized that I only did her glasses in that watercolor. Or in that, yeah, whatever. I don't know. I need to practice my watercolors, so it probably wasn't the worst call I've ever made. During watercoloring this, I did successfully manage to smear everything into the white stripes, which at first I was super upset about, but in the end, I actually like the way it came out more. It looks a little more natural and messy. I like watercolors because I think of it as a happy accident medium, and so I don't know. I laughed because I had no reason to use it, but then I loved the way it came. It worked for doing the stripes instead of being these really crisp stripes. They were these really flowy, organic, fun stripes, which this needed. I did design her to be as kind of disjointed as I could, but I'm not sure that she came together as a cohesive character. For some reason, the silly pun and the silly owl with the hat just made me think of a super over-the-top chica, and so that's what I went with the big poom-pooms in her hair that are all red and tassel-y, based off the ends of the owl's hat. The stripes, which always are understated as can be, and then, a nice feather cloak, what every woman needs, to go with it, and those glasses, which are real, by the way. They do not come in lime green, but I really wish they did, because I would be all over that. I decided to kind of put her together with this weird, disjointed, but happy kind of setup. But then the glasses make her look like super evil. So she kind of looks like she's gonna steal your soul. And her hair looks like it's flying away. It was supposed to look kind of like she was flipping and turning, but I'm not sure that I successfully got the motion in this at all. One of the other problems I had with this particular piece was the skin tone. I'm actually using a complexions palette, and I guess I made the mistake of assuming that just because they called it a complexions palette, that the complexions were actually suitable. But this one was really awkwardly yellow, man. I knock it down with some blue later on in the shadows, but it was just weird when I built it up. It did not look how I wanted. It looked very jaundice. So naturally, since it looked jaundice, I decided to use this inky blue color to knock it down, which gave it a kind of dead zombie look. So the skin tone's definitely gonna need to keep working on layering and glazing up different colors for my skin tones. Again, keep in mind, like, I'm not big on watercolor. I've read a lot about it, but for some reason I'm overthinking the watercolor versus when I would do marker, which was such an easier, less intense series of events, and I don't know why. Something about being able to just keep reworking watercolor is probably not in my best interest. Although I don't overly love the way that the blue brought the skin tone, I do love the way that it worked with the red and white stripes. I do like the way it kind of toned everything down, gave everything a lot more unified look. It is a wash. I did a much lighter version. I was trying to do a bit of like a glazing on it. I've been watching a bunch of different YouTubers and how they work their watercolors, and I saw a bunch of people doing that kind of unifying glazing on stuff, and so I was trying to give it that kind of look, but I'm not sure how successful that was either, because I don't know. I'm still playing with it. Hands down, in my opinion, the worst thing I did was this background. I did not plan this out properly. I kind of sketched it with the color erase, which I like that shape more. But when I started filling it in, I was like, oh, I'll just fill it all in. It'll unify the color, and then I can go back in and I'll paint the tree. That wasn't a great plan. It's also becoming increasingly obvious that my head should be out of the shot. And my choice of paper is not the best. I did pick a very affordable paper because I don't really know what I'm doing, so I didn't want to jump in and buy really expensive paper. But my paper gets really warped at the end, and even with me trying to do a layer ahead of time so that it was like pre-treated, I forget what they call that, like stretched, where it was stretched, it still just, it got very, very wobbly. Alright, so while I finish this up, thank you guys so much for watching today. I really do appreciate it. If you did like this video, please go ahead and give me a like. If you want to see more of me playing around with this stuff and creating random characters, largely designed on beer bottles, please subscribe. I do other kinds of crazy drawings, but most importantly, I'm always trying to inspire other artists to do what they do and to create the best they can. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today. I appreciate your time, and thank you for seeing what I do. I hope to see what you guys do for your creative community on your channels. Thank you. Bye.